It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 take, go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
And I think there's just a lot of ingredients that go into having a good race tonight. I think it was not being at the racetrack for all that time. I think everybody really wanted to go out and see what they had and push as hard as they can because there wasn't anything on the line. And I think we just got a lot better handle on the race cars from where we were last year at this time. And the old car we ran, it was developed through 10, 12 years from start to finish. I mean, basically that body style. So you put a year under these guys' belts that work on these cars week after week, and they get faster, they get easier to drive, and not that these things are easy to drive. They move around a lot, but it's just a lot of ingredients that go into it. And I think a great positive came out of tonight, and I think the fans are going to be pumped up. I know the drivers are pumped up to do whatever we can, and just excited to be a part of the sport right now.
Crew Chief Todd Berrier, Championship Crew Chief here tonight for the Budweiser Shootout. Congratulations, Todd. Your thoughts about how the race unfolded?
Well, the race was pretty exciting to watch the whole time, and we lost the draft a couple times. That's not really exciting, but you knew the way they were beating and banging, there was going to be cautions to catch us back up. So it gets really exciting towards the end of these things, and to be in the position we were, I think fifth on the next to the last lap there or whatever, and be able to dice and do like we did, it's pretty awesome to come away from here winning. And now if we can just be sitting up here talking next Sunday, that's the main thing.
All right, let's go back upstairs for another question. Go ahead.
Jonathan Ingram from Autosport. This question is for Kevin Harvick. Kevin, you had to come back up through the field a couple of times tonight. This was the largest field in Budweiser Shootout history. How much do you think the size of the field had to do with all the contact and aggressive driving?
Well, I think it seemed like, even when the field dwindled down there to a little less than what we usually have in a shootout, we still, had a little beating and banging. But I think everybody was just really jacked up for the night and just wanted to race. I think everybody just wanted to race really bad, and everybody was just going to kind of throw caution to the wind, and it's just kind of the way it was tonight, and it was a lot of fun to be a part of.
Stay upstairs for another question. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Kenny Bruce with NASCAR Scene for Todd and Kevin. Did you guys have a particular strategy for the end of the race, and how difficult or does it make any sense to try to have a strategy when guys are going to go 3, 4, and 5 wide?
I mean, before the race, Richard's telling me the first 25 laps don't mean anything, and Todd always tells me to go as hard as I can. So I just go somewhere in the middle, hope for the best.
Come back downstairs for another question. We've got one right here, this gentleman.
Citrus County Chronicle. Todd, you probably were never happier to see a 10-minute pit stop. I mean, we went from the dog at a field to some kind of magic that you pulled out. What did you do in that 10 minutes?
Well, there before the break, he got into it with somebody a couple different times and beat both of the fenders in and split the left front fender, and we had to rivet it all back together and put a patch behind it and kind of beat all of it out. Before then, the card got tight, and it was just from the fenders getting knocked in on the thing. So, it was nice to have 10 minutes there to do it, and I think, we used 7 or 8 of them. So it was all, we welcomed it. But that's what it's, having that break, everybody knows that, and so I guess that's kind of the reason things get tore up as much as they do, because we have double file restarts all night. We had a break. They knew things were going to get beat up, and they were going to give you a chance to make it better.
Go over here back in the back, Dave. Go ahead, and then we'll come up to the front row.
Yeah, Dave Robin from NASCAR.com. Kevin, back in testing, Jeff said the organization needed to find a little bit more speed. I mean, maybe a dumb question, but what was your assessment of that situation after tonight's race?
Our car's been fast since we unloaded it. I felt like our cars were really good at the second half of the season, and if you look at where we were a year ago, I think you can really put a lot towards the team and what they've done with the engines and what they've done with the cars, and a lot of hard work has gone into getting these cars where they are. So last year at this point it was like, man, I hope we can keep up with the draft. since then, everybody just kind of put their head down and went to work, and they came up with a good plan with the 33 car as far as developing some stuff. And like I say, our car, I told them we could win the race after the first practice yesterday because our car was fast and it just handled good. So is that a lie? I told you we could win.
That's
so
right.
it's just one of those deals where you just felt really confident in what you had, and the car was fast. So I guess if you're looking for how fast the car was, I mean it was fast today.
Oh, and then we'll go back upstairs, but we'll take one downstairs first. Go ahead.
JPanel, HardcoreRaceFans.com. Touching on the strategy, and you say your car was really fast. You felt that. Jeff Gordon came over the radio real late in the race with less than 10 laps to go and said, I think the 29 was kind of hanging back there and just saving his stuff to the end of the race. Was that the case? I mean, obviously, given you lost the draft, but there after you got back up in there, we all just kind of seeing how things played out, biding your time and waiting till the end, or was that just a matter of circumstances?
I think it was just a matter of circumstances. We were going right off the bat, and I think we made it up to 8th or 9th there in the beginning, and had the damage happen to the fender, and I got in the right side in the wall all at the same time, and I think it was just circumstances more than anything. I know it might have seemed like we were lagging back there, but we were going as hard as we could go, and our goal was to get by a few of the cars that we felt like we didn't need to be behind that might cause a little accident here or there. But in the end, I think we finally got to show our car being fast.
Go back upstairs for another question. Go ahead.
Jorge Mendaca, FoxSports.com. Richard, this question's for you. Can you give us an update on the engine problems from yesterday with Jeff's engine?
Yeah, we had a crankshaft that we had done some work with just to run in this race, and I think we had a little too low oil pressure. And if you've seen Kevin and Casey came in, we turned the oil pressure up, and we didn't have a problem with either one of those after that. So it's something that was a little different, and we'll be running to 500. But this is a good place to bring it and try it, and we know we got to run a little more oil pressure with it.
Come back downstairs. Got another question over here with Bruce. Go ahead, please.
Bruce Marr with SI.com. I know that this is the Budweiser Shootout and it's not a points race or anything, but do you have the feeling going into this year that you can kind of pretty much be the anti-Jimmy Johnson, the guy that can, really have a good shot of winning the title this year?
I think over the last 5 years we've had moments of everything that we needed to do, but we just need to put it all in 1 year. Last year from Chicago on, I mean, we ran in the top 10, top 5 every week. 2006 we won a ton of races. 2003 we were consistent and just kind of fell behind in the beginning. So we've got all the ingredients. We've made a couple of small changes to the teams. We added a team. We made a couple of small changes within our team, and it's a lot easier to take these teams apart than it is to build a championship team. But we have good chemistry. I think we're all a lot calmer than we were 5 years ago, and relaxed and really get along well with each other. So I think that means a lot. I think our experience carries us when we're having a bad day, and it's like today we could all flipped out and just had something crazy happen, but we all kept our heads on and stayed calm and wound up winning the race. So I'm not going to sit up here and promise you can beat that 48 because they've been hard to beat the last 3 years, but right now we don't think anybody can beat us.
Any more questions for Kevin, Richard, or Todd? All right, gentlemen, congratulations on a very exciting performance tonight. Best of luck this week, next week here at the 500.